Cross River State House of Assembly vows to recover all state government-owned property during consideration of matter of urgent public interest. Nigerians advocate investment in agriculture to boost food production, curtail inflation rates. Plus, Cross River State Government adjusts time for statewide monthly sanitation exercise scheduled for tomorrow, Saturday, 24th February 2024. Details of these and more shortly. Good evening and thanks for joining us on the news. I am Uduak Etam. The Cross River State House of Assembly has vowed to recover assets belonging to the state government, especially heavy equipment and vehicles procured by the former administration to ensure economic and infrastructural development in the state. This was during consideration of a matter of urgent public interest on the need for recovery of government-owned property from officers who served in the past administration. The Cross River State House of Assembly observed with dismay the situation whereby government property are being kept in individuals' houses, especially equipment for infrastructural development and other assets. This came on the heels of deliberations on a motion of urgent public importance raised by the member representing Yakor 1 State Constituency, Cyril Omini, calling for recovery of all government property.
You can't have equipment of the state being kept in someone's house. Equipment worth over 50 billion naira, and Cross River State is still trying to grow. We'll now be looking for another funds to get new equipment. So we're ready to speak and we're going to walk to the end without looking back. So my prayers to the House today, and you can also see the robust contribution from all my colleagues. Everybody spoke and spoke very well in line with what we discussed.
The State House of Assembly reached a resolution summoning the immediate past and serving Commissioners of Works and Infrastructure, as well as Commissioner for Agriculture, Asset Management and other relevant MDS to appear before the House and give account of the purchase and state of equipment belonging to Cross River State.
I am happy that we have gotten to a point where we are now ready to take on responsibilities as members of the Cross River State House of Assembly. As we sit here, Mr. Speaker, today, we have parliamentary immunity. We have immunity to speak out and to tell the truth. Whatever we say here today, posterity will either judge us rightly or wrongly. We have the means, we have the chance, we have the opportunity to put Cross River State on the path of truth. Whoever takes what belongs to Cross River State must account for it.
We are going to take into very serious cognizance that the aspect of financial management and financial management principles and effective budgetary system, if it is corrected, these issues of pilfering and stealing will be checkmated.
When we were growing, we used to see where you can find tractors, caterpillar, bulldozers in the local government. And those things sometimes in the time of famine, you will see the local government will release those things under lease to aid agriculture. People in government will now decide to go and pack it for their own benefits. To do what? To rush up? I believe, like some of us who came from interior areas, if these things are in the local government, I believe that some of the bad growth, even in the local government, can be made more true. I want to say, moving forward, we should at all points know the assets and liabilities of every establishment put under our care. This is House of Assembly.
Speaker, Cross River State House of Assembly, Elvet Ayambem, noted that the move by the House is not to witch hunt any individual, but to instill a culture of transparency, accountability and responsibility, as well as re-engineering the state economy through efficient asset management, noting that the 10th Assembly is ready to go all the way in ensuring that all state government property are recovered.
Coming up this strong to say what has been carted away by the previous administration should be returned to the present administration for onward growth of the state. We will work assiduously to ensuring that this Cross River State becomes model state that we have no need to. And if one person is intending to be glued on the political wheel, the political and economic wheel of progress and Cross River State, we will reject you like a plague.
The Cross River State House of Assembly also resolved that the Commissioner of Police Cross River State and heads of other security agencies be alerted to man security to prevent any movement of heavy equipment out of Calabar pending the outcome of the investigation by the House. In Calabar, Uduak Etam, NTA News. The consensus of Nigerians is investing more in agriculture, which will help to boost food production and curtail the present food inflation rate in the country. This was the view of stakeholders during a 2-day practical session on training of farmers on setting up and management of coffee and tea nursery in Cross River State. Paul Ebel has details.
Cross River is known for its production of cocoa, but it is broadening its web to coffee and tea with the final aim of exporting to create wealth for the people. Championing this call is the Nigerian Export Promotion Council Cross River State Office, with other stakeholders, as these farmers are taken through vigorous practical sessions on the propagation of coffee and tea. They speak on the benefits of the training and the vision.
Because we are an agrarian state, we have the land, we have the youth population that is energetic to go into this value chain. So tea and coffee is the right way to go.
It is much. It's only paving a way for us also to develop others to queue up with us with the system.
For us, coffee and tea farmers, it is a plus. So I'm very excited about it. Whatever, we are not assessing it, but for giving us this platform and for the government picking interest in our commodity, I'm very excited about it, especially at this developmental stage.
Tea and coffee initiative that is coming in, we see a huge opportunity to address issues of unemployment, to address issues of wealth creation, to address issues of capacity building, security, because when people are busy and have money in their pockets, the possibilities of insecurity is reduced. So we have a lot of benefits to gain from driving this process. We want to drive it to an implementation. We want to get people to see the true value of what tea or coffee can bring to them in terms of their economic well-being. How can tea make my life better? How can tea help me pay school fees for my children?
The interactive session by stakeholders threw more light on the propagation, processing and marketing of coffee and tea. With the 2-day training concluded, what is next for the organizers?
What we are doing is a roadmap. And in this roadmap of development of coffee and tea in Cross River State, we want to first of all arouse the interest of the people on the crops. Once they have the interest to actually embrace the crops, then we have their attention. And what we are really trying to do today is to demonstrate what we have been telling them. Instead of actually talking to them, we want to actually speak to them in practical terms. And that is the reason we brought them to this site, where we are setting up the second nursery for coffee and tea. And also, we'll also be coming up with a demonstration farm from the nursery in the nearest future. So what we are telling them now is to get ready. The land will be ready in our collaboration with Cross River Development Authority and NACOFTAN, also working with CREAM. So we will get these things ready. The next thing we're going to do now is to develop the nursery fully. And then by the next planting season, we will have enough seedlings that we're going to take down to the farms.
Done with the seminars, then we are going to begin raising nurseries, all right, distribute to the farmers, and then grow the crop itself, and then eventually we get to when we start harvesting, processing, and eventually we hope to first feed the population in before export. So we are optimistic that it will go on well.
We can propagate both tea and coffee through seed and through stem cuttings. When you go through the seed, there are procedures, you know, you have to soak it in water. The one that sink, the sinkers are the ones that are viable. The floaters you discard. Then you take them to the germination pit. From the germination pit, the ones that are cracking are the ones that you now put in your polythene bags. But for the cuttings, you get the cuttings from the field, the stem. The top you discard away, the bottom you discard. But from the middle, where you can have at least 3 to 5 nodes, it is the nodes that we are after. So you cut it. After cutting it, you now use a rooting omo.
The event also featured the inauguration of nursery and demonstration of farm site, as well as distribution of seedlings to farmers in Cross River State. In Calabar, Paul Abel, Nta News.
The public is hereby informed that the statewide environmental sanitation exercise for the month of February 2024 will hold tomorrow, Saturday, 24th February 2024. Consequently, business owners and residents are urged to partake in the cleaning and evacuation of waste around their surroundings during the sanitation period. The statement further indicates that there shall be restriction of movement between the hours of 6 and 9 o'clock in the morning, except those on essential duties. Government officials, religious community, and individuals taking part in the State Solemn Assembly tomorrow are expected to have a pass from the Ministry of Environment, as defaulters would be prosecuted by the Cross River State Government. Meanwhile, the Cross River State Government, in an effort to enforce strategies aimed at penalizing non-compliance during the statewide monthly sanitation exercise, has promised to reward holistic compliance in the next exercise. With the text environmental sanitation scheduled for tomorrow, Saturday, 24th February 2024, correspondent at Chibombasi sought to know the level of preparedness by residents to cut away the reward.
The statewide environmental sanitation exercise, which is rescheduled for the hours of 6 o'clock to 8:30 in the morning, is to pave way for the interdenominational Solemn Assembly organized by the state government. In a bid to achieve total compliance, the Commissioner for Environment, Moses Osogi, has promised to reward the cleanest streets during the exercise.
Compliance level is very high. I could say that I am highly elated. We're going to give the best street in the next sanitation exercise. The best cleanest street in Calabar will take an award of 100,000 or 200,000, depending on the level of cleanness we have observed in that area.
We will clear all this place so that we make the place to be clean. Because when the place clean, it's fine. Even customers, they can stand and buy something. If then they can do that, it's good now.
I'm not aware. We have to keep the environment clean, as in our shop here. We have to keep it clean and make everything very tidy.
I like Kamawa, sir.
You want winner?
Yes, sir.
Why you want?
I like the government well because the way they do, I'm very happy well.
I should try the best I can to also be a beneficiary of it.
The aim is to reclaim the lost glory of Cross River State as the cleanest state in Nigeria. In Calabar, Ajibombasi, NTA News.
That is it on our news highlights. Thanks for watching.